I'm gonna talk about the analysis for the human growth. So I think we really have three stages to fully develop a human. That is being a child, that is ages from 0 to 10 years old, and what is the second, adolescence, that is 10 years old to 18 years old, and the fixing of the mind is the early adulthood, which is 18 years old to 25 years old. So that is the three stages of fully developing a human being. Alright, so I'm gonna talk about what kinds of frames are developing in each stages. So in the first stages, we have the child. This is 0 to 10 years old, developing the full integration of the frames of the simulation. What I mean by this is, uh, if I give my experience when I was a child, I think I really remember that I've seen many glitches in the Matrix. I really see the light speed beings, a ghost, and a blink of an eye, a cut half body, uh, human, ugly vampire. That kind of a thing. I really saw it in a blink of my eyes when I was walking, and the same as the light being at the light. It's a light speed being. It's fast. It's run, and a ghost in our old home. I really saw that when I was a child. That's old lady. I mean, I think it's separate from the movie that I watched, because I was watching at that time cartoons. But then I remember that, yeah, I really saw that when I was. I think I just I'm just flipping a kid's book, and then that night I really saw that kind of shadow, a granny. Uh, I think I didn't even know what's the American style, but American style hair. I think it's kinda uh, floppy, that uh, huge hair, like gray hair, and with a glasses and a cane. That's what I saw in that area of our home. It's kind of creepy, but I didn't really realize that it was creepy. Another thing was the hand. I didn't even realize that it was scary. I just flip it in my head that there was a hand, and a little bit scary for me. But the realization of being scary, it doesn't exist in my head, because I was a child, and I was kind of, when I was a child, I was in sick always, and I was kind of sleepy, and my eyes are very sleepy. Yeah, it's kind of blinking always. Just as they say, a sick child, or something like, really, I little children will always see the glitches of the ghosts, or something else. But I think when uh, I got grow up, I really realized that that's the what was super scary is not the grandma at the home or the at the outside, the ugly half cut body vampire, but the one that is really scary is the hand that, what I mean by this, it's kinda, it's not reaching for me, but it's kinda show up and then gone and then show up and then gone. That kind of thing is when I realize, when I grow up and realize that kind of thing, it kind of made me realize that was the most scariest part. Not also the light speed being that was not in a human human figure. It's just in a human shape, but it's a light speed being that run across the street. The street was a wide street. It it's not a highway, but it's just like a highway. It's run there, and I'm not in a realization of being scared, but yeah, I saw that when I was walking past the uh, narrow street, because the narrow street is along with the look like a highway street, but it's a it's just a passing by for the cargo. Yeah, because it's right there at the at our old home there was cargo. Yeah, maybe it's a reserve for the delivery. Yeah, so I think that was my experience about the glitches in the Matrix when I was a child, when I was 0 to 10 years old. That's why I thought that the full integration of these frames of simulation is just in 0 to 10 years old. And after that, I think it will be gone. But sometimes there were people that their instinct are maybe it's instinct or abilities or something else. There were some people that it will be remain somehow or somewhat in them when they grow up. And I think it's the same for me. I even if I'm a grown up now, I still catch sometimes a glitch. Yeah, a what you call right our my recent experience, just recent, what you call to this, the yeah, this I don't know if I call it being or entity that is copying somebody's image, the clothes, and then I will ask that person, uh, the one that this entity or being copied, if he goes there, but he does not. But the identified clothes is the same. So maybe it's a coincidence or just a seeing a glitch in the past or the future, or maybe it is really a entity or being that is copying that kind of thing. So I guess this frames of simulation kind of thing in the children is yeah, they see the uh, pixels of the simulation. Yeah, the smallest tiny bit, the slowest, the alternate dimension, right? So maybe the purpose of this cartoon and anime is to remove that scary proposition of things in the children, so they will not get scared. Yeah, so they will just get busy, and maybe this another dimension thing can infect the our current reality, and so maybe they will get scared upon the television of cartoons and so on. But there are many evidence now that the glitches in the matrix, if you watch the ghosts that cough, or the unidentified objects that, what you call to this, it's moving without a person that is moving them, like a door, like a balloon, or uh, uh, an unidentified part of the body that just caught on the camera. There's many videos or evidence now that it is the possible that uh, we really don't know anything beyond what we know right now currently in our reality. So I think that is for the frames of simulation. I shared my experience, and also if you want to kinda explore that thing, it is up to you. And maybe you will develop a uh, good hobbies for it. So just be safe, because there's a lot of danger in the world, in the reality, and also in the alternate dimensions as well. Maybe it will be more dangerous to go from that. So we're now on the frames of reality. What I mean by this is the adolescence thing from 10 years old to 18 years old. So what I mean by this is where kinda, yeah, the full integration of the physical and social reality. Yeah, because this is this moment. If you miss this kind of enjoying experiences where you must develop your social game, and you these years, 10 to 18 years old, this is where your fresh body to experience uh, the games of your senses. It could be a physical game or a mental game. You will be given this novelty of things the first time that you touch a thing. Maybe it's a game, maybe it's a physical sex, or maybe it's a sensation or hallucination of a thing that could ignite the simulation of experiences. Maybe some people have that ability, right? They just like a lucid dream, they venture inside their head, and they kind of make the world inside their head. And maybe upon their future careers, or maybe they got lucky in life to get into a starting a business that, or company that kind of make a very very uh, adventurous and uh, explorable kind of world, right? There's many video games now that uh, it's what I mean by this is, uh, it's kind of wide, and the experience is very good, right? Unlike if you just watching a movie or anime, you just kind of react. But if you play a game, then it's kind of the interaction from your senses is a very good experience. So that what's the frames of reality is all about. The adolescence stages. It builds up the novelty of things, the freshness. Uh, yeah, that's why this is very important. I kinda have of it a little bit, but not on physical terms. Uh, I think I'm on mental terms, so I don't have any regrets if I don't do much physicality. I'm gonna be fine and contented if I just have um, yeah, mental games for the reality. So maybe it's just the same for the results of the future, right? What do you call to this? The games of the past is very different to the games of the future. When we look at the past, uh, the games from the past is physical, right? It started with the ball games, Super Bowl, s- yeah, basketball, volleyball, what do you call to this? Soccer, right? Etc. Balls. So the games from the past are physical, yeah, like a football. It's physical, but now in the future, the games are transitioning to mental, and then maybe what you call to this? There's an anime, Sword Art Online, right? It proposes that the next version will be a uh, full dive experience. You just sit on a chair and or laid back at your bed at home, and then you insert a helmet, then you will experience the thing in from reality to the fantasy. Your body will be your senses from the reality into the fantasy. So I guess that's kind of we are being prepared for that future if that is true, because it's already 2025 and the games of today is they kind of leading us into the mobile phones. Yeah, the games are getting very good, and uh, even if even the basic people will learn to play in the mobile phones, not just from consoles. Yeah, it's just we just need our hand to steer and six fingers to touch, right? So I think that's what the frames of reality is all about. Enjoying the experience of novelty, of being a novice. Uh, we don't need any mastery. Just enjoying our first time. It's what do you call to this? Making fun of ourselves. And if you don't have these frames of reality in those adolescence years, if the world destroys your experience, uh, you don't have the physical enjoyment. You don't even have the mental enjoyment. I'm very sorry for you if you don't even have those kind of things. But uh, I think, and I wish that there will be a better place and time for you, a special moment for you in the future, so you can enjoy your time and experiences. That's what it matters in this what I talk about in the past video. This quantum superimposition is about our the value of our experiences in this lifetime of ours before we pass away or we go to another dimensions. So yeah, the frames of reality is about enjoying, discovering our simple happiness, or maybe maximize our happiness, so we can continue to the next stage of whatever the changes of our lives in our existence. So that's it for the frames of reality. And for now, for the last stages of growth in human experiences, right? be- Before the body decays, right? So the frames of references. So I think this is very easy to understand because this is where the fulfillment of a thing, fulfillment of ourselves. We finally catching up to the jokes of the universe. Yeah, we're done with uh, being basics, and we're just puzzling up our founded knowledge and experiences. It's a full integration of our library of knowledges. So this what we call to this references. It's kind of when we talk about the Bible, we don't just talk about or read about the Bible. Uh, it's kind of we pick the things from the Bible and we refined it, and we applied it to ourselves. So there's many things in the Bible that is bad, but if we just took the good part and make it applied to ourselves, then I think we'll be fine. Uh, the Bible is not bad, but it's just the same books. It's the same, just the same in any anime, movies, video games. You discard what you don't want, and you pick up what you really want, so you can use it upon your thing in the future. Yeah, anything that you can bring into the future. So that is intelligence, right? So we are building intelligence upon the references on how to survive and how to thrive. This is building up survivability and stability. So I guess this is where what stages is this? This is ages 18 to 25, mid 30s. Yeah, this is where we build stuff. But uh, I will say that ages doesn't matter because it's kinda uh, what you call to this. The timeline is not really a timeline. It's a time junk. It's a time loop. Yeah, it's a curvy line. The universe suggested to us that there is a timeline of us, but when we look at our fingers, we see these curly balls, the signature of uh, nature. That's what they say. That's what they observe in the quality of this universe. The curve, the circle, spiral thing from the tree to our fingers to the galaxies that they saw, and um, to the to the other species. It's a what we call a fingerprint. Yeah. So I think that's how they say it. So we collect our references and frames it and backs in it, and we will have a fixed mentality upon upon after 25 years old or so. After that frames of reference age, that whatever age you will be fix your mindset, and you will go on and survive and thrive for your experiences and benefits. And yeah, I heard that it will be really tough for anyone to change their flexibility. Yeah, it's the end of the flexibility of the plastic brain upon the frames of references. It's hard. It's unlike children. We can't really see the frames of simulation anymore, and we kind of pass off the frames of reality, and because we are in the frames of our references, it's kind of hard to be flexible. Yeah, we are we are not children anymore, but we have this children attitude still, that it's kind of catching up to us, that uh, even though we are so-called mature, we cannot really help to decide things upon instincts, right? Because we are still animals. Maybe in the future, because we are in a developing stage of artificial intelligence, maybe artificial intelligence will kind of help us to dissect ourselves and put it back together in a very refined way, if ever we use artificial intelligence in a good way. But if we are still a barbaric species, then maybe it would end up in a dystopia or a destroyed wasteland, a world where destruction is everywhere, and maybe we began extinct, or whatever uh, the collective will want to go to. Maybe it's just a randomized consensus. So it's just the same as frames of preference. We build our intelligence through uh, this through a consensus, through votes of what we will not do and what we will want to do to get what we really want, as all as one, as this so-called, what I discussed upon the past video, super quantum superposition is the God, all knowing, all moving, all seeing, all experiencing, the capability of it to handle pleasure and pain upon everything. Yeah. And we're just humans, or we're just individual beings, or the quantum super imposition, right? So it's very hard to shoulder and carry the weight of the world. It's where we're just individuals. We can only satisfy ourselves until we've gone, and when we go to the next dimensions, and the reverse of that is quantum super distortions, where everyone is in hell, mad, crazy. They can, a yeah, as a reverse of a god that it become maddened, and uh, it doesn't know itself anymore. It gone haywire. So I think that is connected to the frames of references, and also as well in the frames of reality, and in the frames of simulation, in a way that a child really needs to be get lucky to uh, find the patterns. The child must really find the patterns to get out of his or her situation to finally grow up. And in the frames of reality, the in the adolescence, the I mean the what do we call to this adult? Okay, adolescents, the teenagers should should pick up the pattern, the pros and cons of pain and pleasure. What are the future consequences of actions? Yeah, development for reality and fantasy, that is for the adolescents, and for the early adulthood, which is the frames of preferences. Yeah, this is where I think we must fight a little bit of our our plastic brain that is degrading, because it will degrade faster, because we are now doing a lot more work than uh yeah a lot more work than ever, because we have this kind of technology, and we are being pressured to do more and more every day. I think uh, that's the price of technology. The full rest is no more. uh, it's kind of, we are addicted to electricity. Yeah, we are being paralyzed, or electricity is a, a good a good Holy Spirit, as they say. But yeah, this kind of shock the flesh of a being. There's a certain vibration uh, that the cells, or ourselves as a cell, collective cell, is producing. And yeah, there's always a price in everything. We must embrace that price, and in order to get what we really want in our life and in our existence. So that's it for the overall summarization of the frames of simulation, reality, references for the child. The child must get lucky to find the pattern and grow up. For the uh, frames of reality, for the teenagers, to enjoy their experiences for the first time, and maybe to organize themselves to prepare for the future. And for the uh, frames of references, is to retain the flexibility of things, because if it gets close, the brain got close after that age 25 or 26, or mid 30s, or after 30s, the brain got fixed, then it's hard to open anymore. So okay, so I think we're done. uh, I wish you all understand, even if not now. I think I wish you all understand in the future, that change is constant, and you must be able to overcome the adversity of things. Uh, so that's it. Happy frames of the Matrix. I don't know. I don't know anymore what to be ending. So happy frames of the Matrix Day, if there is a Matrix Day. So that's it. Thank you for watching, everyone.